Howdy everybody. Welcome to wing video number 14, and this is the left wing leading edge that we are working on. That's Brad helping me. I really appreciate his help when he comes over. It's fantastic, and while we probably don't get as much work done as we could, we have a fun time and we shoot the garbage for a couple of hours, so it's fantastic. Um, Here we are. We're just pulling the blue stuff off. That takes forever. So I did super speed through that and then zoomed, cut out a whole bunch because you guys probably don't need to see that. And then right here, I'm showing Brad how to get the crevices in between so where it's cut out there in the ribs, how to use the rounded over part of that um, cut and polish wheel, the 3M cut and polish wheel, to get in between those cracks to make it look nice. So we kind of double teamed those to get those done. Um, Believe it or not, like deburring stuff and getting stuff prepped is 85% of the job. Putting it together is the easy part. Getting everything prepped and ready to go is what takes the longest. So it's kind of crazy. So Brad's working on those while I'm doing the holes in the middle, getting them ready. Don't worry, I don't have any video of me painting these or priming these, so I don't think you'll get to see that. So you have a little bit of us deburring them. So then in the instructions, it has you cut some pieces out of 2 of the ribs. So you just measure them, and then I'll cut them out here on the bandsaw real quick. It's pretty easy. Those 2, if you look on your spar, there's some graduated kind of big, huge, burly metal pieces that kind of get thinner. It's really thick at the stem where it attaches to the plane, and then it's much thinner down the way a little bit. And so basically what you're doing is making room for those big, huge metal pieces that are on the spar in these ribs. So that's what we're doing here, and then I'm, just deburring that stuff. While I am doing that, why don't I share a joke or two? So the first one is, what did the ocean say to the beach? My daughter just said, oh my gosh. So what did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved. Just waved. Okay, and then this is a better one, I promise. I swear to you it's a better one. So, what do you call a girl in the middle of a tennis court? Huh? I'm asking my daughter now. What do you call a girl in the middle of a tennis court? A net. A net. Oh, I love it. That's a good joke. Feel free to share that. Oh, okay. So here, Brad and I are continuing on. So I'm dimpling the holes on the ribs while he's deburring the holes. And you'll notice in the later parts of this video, I do this again, and that is because I made a mistake, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But just be aware, not all of the left wing leading edge ribs have an L on them. 2 of them actually are R's. They're not L's, so just be aware. And then finishing up dimpling that.
Safety goggles. There's just spitting stuff in my face. I just figured,
So yeah, the Dremel tool was spitting stuff in my face. I was like, I better get some safety goggles on just in case. So wear your PPE if you have it. That's probably a wise decision. But you have to cut that piece that hooks the fuel tank on. It's called the splice strip. That splice strip gets hooked to the leading edge, and it's what you bolt the tank onto the leading edge with.
So you have to pay a little bit of attention. Not a whole bunch of attention, but a little bit of attention. Because the numbers that it calls out are not for the left leading edge, are not all L's. 2 of them are R's. So just FYI.
So here's a quick picture for you. I circled in red the 2 R's. So those 2 end pieces are actually R's. Everything else is L's. And then on the right wing, you have 2 L's and everything else are R's. So a little bit confusing. I did make that mistake, but you'll see me, I'm redoing them here.
I don't know if you've done this trick, but this is the extension for my deburring thing with the end on it. And I don't know why they say to deburr the holes and then, or final size them and then deburr them, because on the RV-14 all of the holes are final sized, and these holes are final sized as well. But I figured I'll deburr the holes. I didn't drill them because the drill just goes right through them because they're final sized. But I figured since I did stick the drill in there, let's get any rough edges off. But I didn't want to do like a full, with this thing, because it can take off some pretty good material if you're not careful. And so a little bit of this with just like a flick of the fingers and you're good to go, and it doesn't take off that much, but it does clean up the hole. So it's FYI, you don't have to actually attach this thing. You can just use it in your fingers.
So I got that tool at Cleveland Aircraft Tool. It's pretty awesome. I have used it a bunch. You've seen it in a bunch of videos. But this is where I'm redoing those 2 R ones, because all of the other ones are done, but you see the 2 end ones are different. It's because I made that mistake and got the wrong ones out. So when I go to do the right wing, there's 2 ribs that I don't have to actually deburr or anything because they've already been done. So that's kind of nice. And then this is me just cutting the J-channel for the J-channel stiffener for the leading edge. It's only on one side, but I'm cutting both of them because I have them there. I originally thought when I did the wing that I had cut the wrong size one and I would need to order some more J-channel, but that was not the case. I actually cut them correctly, and I did have these 2 J-channels, so I didn't have to order anymore, which was kind of nice because I like not spending money I don't have to spend. And then just deburring those up here. And then as you see here in this next part, you're supposed to mark the center of that J-channel, the piece that fits against the skin. And so this is me just putting tape on my little measuring device so I can measure the same distance the whole way. I don't show you all of that video. I just basically make a measuring line. And then this is the strip again. I am just cleaning it up, and you have to dimple all of the holes on this strip, because you're going to either put screws in the bigger holes, the number 19 holes. You'll put screws that hold the tank on, and then you'll also dimple the pieces on the edge there. So that's kind of how it looks. You'll have nut plates on one side of it, and it'll be riveted to the leading edge on the other side.
Okay, so it has you dimple the number 19 holes with the number 8 screw dimple die. And they do that because if you dimpled the number 40 holes first, the dimple die the number 8 dimple die would bend those out of shape. But if you remember, we have modified one of the number 40 dimple heads, and it will fit beside that guy and let you dimple the number 40 holes without ruining the number 8 screw dimple. So that's what we're going to do now.
Yeah, you've done this before. I mean, it's kind of old hat at this point, making sure you don't mess up your dimples when they're going there. So pretty easy, and I do get some close-up video of it. It's not great video, but it is close up, so you'll get to see that here in a quick second. And that's pretty much it for this video. As always, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. So talk to you later. See ya.